Go find an open space and see how far you can walk straight with your eyes closed. You might be able to walk straight for a little bit.
If someone were to blindfold you and just put you out into a field and say, well, I'll see you in 40 minutes down the road, and you would have to figure out how to do that.
What if you knew somebody who couldn't taste? How would you explain chocolate to them? Some things are just really hard to explain, like a sunset or the double helix DNA molecule. People have tried to explain that to me. None of them have really made any sense.
Growing up blind was definitely not the easiest thing. There's a lot of just daily activities that someone would take for granted. Just like knowing what your stove is preheated to, or your oven. Knowing how many minutes you set the dryer for.
I think for everybody, having relevant tools to help people do their daily jobs, activities of daily living is important. And I see the BrainPort as being a tool that individuals who are blind to be able to explore things that they couldn't otherwise explore with the technologies available to them to date.
Part of our mission is to identify technologies that will improve the quality of life of people who are blind. And the BrainPort fits beautifully within that mission.
The hardest parts of being blind is anytime I enter a new building, I have to learn that building, from scratch. The BrainPort allowing me to absorb even more of my surroundings. In addition to using my hearing, using my cane, it definitely, to me, has a lot of potential.
Being able to focus on crosswalk lines or something like that is huge, because that can raise someone's confidence in crossing wide streets, and if you live somewhere where you have streets like that all around you, that might make it possible for someone to travel more independently.
When I walk to the Blue Line, for instance, it takes me about 10 minutes. But with something like the BrainPort, if it could shave off 2 minutes, that's 2 minutes. I mean, we live in America, so everyone wants to hustle and bustle and get everywhere they need to go.
I have a cousin who is totally blind from retinopathy of prematurity, and I've seen her for the first time be able to read alphanumeric characters on cards, to identify a woman's room sign in a restaurant, and allowing her to find where the stairs are.
Just in the past 10 years, the evolution of technology in general has enabled BrainPort device to miniaturize and become more sophisticated in its processing power. Where I see the future is connecting this information up to the cloud.
There is no stigma in being wired. We're all wired. We have our cell phones. We have different devices that allow us to explore the world better.